Faze, so I would not favor Faze. But due to the fact that they've lost existence, like against Faze, your strategical depth, like basically where the game can really be won against Faze is stopping them from having a good CT side. And with good strategy and tactics, like Existence can provide for a team and that leadership, that's what you can do on the T side. And we're going to see this dynamic right now. We have the pistol round starting. Faze will be on the CT side. They will really benefit massively, of course, from getting that big economy straight away. So they do want to win this pistol round immediately. Get the ops rolling in straight away on players like Fox.
We have Faze coming in for a 5-man retake here with no grenades whatsoever on this pistol round. So far, so good. We'll see if they can continue to have the Angels. RBK coming in to try and help Body, who's stuck behind the box. But in the meantime, the site is being taken. Never mind that. G2 going to clean up in a matter of seconds here. Headshots for everyone apart from Razy. It is showing a bit of mercy, but still taken down by the G2 side. I was going to say, on the subject of Faze's CT side, from what we've seen in the past, their T sides can only get better. If you remember previously, they were just basically trying to rush bomb sites with no strats whatsoever on the T side. So
it's like, go A. Oh, okay. Go B. Okay, go A, guys.
Let's see
There's the strats.
If that improves in the second half. For now, we will be on the first. Force coming in for Faze. Obviously, Fox saving for the big green gun. Just a P250 for him. The rest of the team will have armor and helmets to boot. So Jacob's going to go for the boosty easy way. Crossfire here for the CTs towards A. Scream, I think, is holding a HE in case the squeaky door is opened. I actually played Scream at 4 o'clock in the morning on Cash recently. It was not pretty. In fairness, my teammates were stupid, Dan, but we lost 16-3. I would have liked to have played with people who actually knew how to play Cash, but that's always a problem. No one knows how to play CT side.
Yeah, well, against Scream, you're just going to get shot in the face.
Yeah.
So
I know from experience.
Good luck with your strats, mate. I had to counter to your strats. It's called headshots. So this will be interesting now to see how G2 execute these anti-ecos. Nice, really nice there. Body just checked for the boost on Jacob straight away. And this looks kind of messy though. Of course, all the players in the right place with Faze, they did very well in picking up the kills. And there's a real chance there for Kiyoshima to clutch this. There are guns all over the place, but not accessible to Kiyoshima from short. Bomb can be planted, which is nice, but still, there is danger. Oh no, this is really bad. Oh god, that is now the healthy player dead for the team. And now Shoxy, it has to get it done with 7 points of health. Here he goes, might be able to find a good angle. Kiyoshima, will he be able to make this happen? He's gonna tap the bomb, force Shoxy to move. Now this is getting really awkward. This is so smart, going over the top of the smoke, but Shoxy predicts it. And that is gonna be the round for G2. Surviving with 7 points of health. That is really scary. Really scary. But they win the round. But unfortunately for them, this is gonna kind of make life a little bit more awkward, destabilizing their economy slightly. If Faze have that big buy be successful on the 4th round, then G2 are going to be close to ecoing almost immediately.
Shox played it as smart as he could, but I mean, generally speaking, there wasn't much of an anti-eco strat there. Just the Angels, which means that we have to wonder how developed the G2 T sides are, or any of the sides at the moment. You know, with the new in-game leader, I'm feeling they wanted to move away from the regimented approach that Existence normally has. But to what level, obviously, some of it would be quite useful, especially anti-ecos, for example. So dangerous waters may lie ahead if further anti-ecos come. For now, we're going to have Faze on the stack towards B. I think it's reasonable to just say anti-eco instead of saying anti-eco or anti-force. It's an unnecessary mouthful, but I think people get the idea. Anyway.
Well, this is anti-eco.
Speaking of anti-eco,
James, because they
well, the previous round was anti-force.
Yeah, if they had a force buy, it's anti-force buy. They're two different things, right? Potentially.
Well, it's anti don't get wrecked by people with lesser weapons.
But the strategies change based on what guys in the other team have, I'd say. They've got like Kevlars and stuff, and
well, it's more dangerous if they have CZs and so on.
Because you can be more unpredictable when you know they don't have Kevlar, because you can take more risks. Because you also know that they don't have like CZs and Deagles and stuff like that. So you can be a bit more risky, or like, so you can be more unpredictable.
Well, you can have a CZ with that Kevlar.
You can indeed, but still the Kevlar, you just get shot direct immediately. We can agree to disagree for now, James.
They buy around, we can continue arguing later, Dan. So we've got CTs in the vent. So there is support for both sites. Fox will be relied upon to murder people towards the B-bomb site. So Kiyoshima's in the vent position, which makes me wonder where Jacob's playing. Because normally he's playing with Fox, but Jacob's actually playing on short rotation, it seems. Also known as highway. So that's a bit of a difference. So maybe they're making adjustments for Kiyishima here, because obviously, you know, Fox and Jacob normally the dynamic duo on every B-bomb site, it seems. So changes in the Faze camp here.
Yeah, we got the slow push into mid now, kind of the delayed mid take. It's there's not too heavy of an investment there, just 2 players. But that is indicative of an A split at the moment. I don't know if Faze have the info. It feels like they probably should at this point, but they have 3 players sort of towards B still. So, you know, if you can count the guy in connector. So we'll have to see whether or not Faze are going to get people in place in the right time. Just a quick Molotov there to try to force anybody out from quad. They'll discover that nobody is standing quad, and the aim battle lost by AZ. However, Rain is there by quad, able to deal the damage. 2 kills at the end for him, and that's going to be G2 on a poor situation now, because they've lost 1 round. You can see a few of their players sub 4K. In fact, 4 players actually with less than $4,000. So that's a little bit scary. And you can see there they have submitted quite a few losses on that second round, which really is what's hurting them right now. But they have 1 more buy-in. But you can, as you can see, very limited nades, a Galil, a Deagle on body. So definitely not ideal for G2.
Yeah, extremely limited nades here. So what they plan to do with it. Smith's close. Smith getting flashed. Is he? Oh, he's ducking, but his head is still exposed at the top, and he will get taken down. And look at that smoke. That is a genius smoke here. Kind of isolates players towards the box, and Shoxy's going to stand there. Well, he's a clutch player as Shox, so despite being in the obvious position, he will get the frag regardless. But it's a 2 versus 4. Body's managed to pick up a Galil. But G2 absolutely ruined here by Faze, who despite just having 1 round on the board, are looking good. They've been dangerous even with mere pistols. And we are yet to see any meaningful strategy, perhaps, from the G2 side. I think the pistol round was a bit weird for Faze as well. Basically having nothing but Kevlar and abandoning the B-bomb site when the push comes. Not having enough defense there in the first place. So now that the pistol and the following rounds have been won, I do wonder who will take the lion's share of the coming rounds. You can see AZ being tagged to 20, and now Shox is alone versus 4. Traded by Kiyishima. That will be another round in the bag for Faze.
So I have a question for you on our previous discussion.
Okay.
Anti-force buy,
yeah.
anti-eco.
Yeah.
Can you classify a force buy as an economical round when they spend all their money?
I'm not saying I'm not doing it for the sake of being pedantic. I'm just trying to find one term to cover both scenarios.
Well,
to save me having to say anti-force buy and or anti-eco, because that's really boring to have to say that mouthful.
Well, for me, it's about accuracy, because to me, the rounds you can have different options depending on which round it is. Scream is going to be performing some surgery here, James. Scream is the brain surgeon.
That's
but he's a really bad brain surgeon because everyone dies when he gets in there.
Some back alley surgery done.
The back alley doctor is Scream.
Is using a fork. Well, it's a good start. Now Scream is getting tagged, so it's like Scream, please kill everyone. There's the 1 tag. Shoxy coming in as well. So the plan appears to be death by meat shots here for G2. No grenades, no executes to be had. Just attempts to do damage. All lurking around the A sites. And we must just stand and watch. There's really not much to say at the moment. They're waiting for the smoke to go so they can try and get some more angels with the 2 deagles they have. And they'll slowly die 1 by 1, Dan. We just watch. Witness it.
Yeah, so Faze really kind of rolling in strong now after losing that pistol round. And at this point, you know, I'm beginning to wonder, how strong will Faze be today on the CT side? Because, you know, if I see a strong CT side out of Faze, then I feel like that's them winning. You know, that's what will push them to win this series. They're able to keep strong on their CT sides. And Inferno is a map that they love. That's the second map. They're very capable there. Their T side is a little bit lacking sometimes, but have to hold this fort for now. We do have an aggressive push there from Fox. Does get flashed away a little bit, so that's a smart play from the T's. However, he is still going to be on top of things with that AWP that is RPK quite dead.
Yeah, we have 4 Molotovs. I think we have 3 Molotovs on the G2 side. So I'm curious as to how they plan to use them. Maybe if they go for a late retake, a late mid take, they can use some of those to clear out sandbags, etc. Outside of that, we haven't really seen much in the name of strategy from G2 in these rounds. Again, his sort of eco approach was literally just trying to get some headshots in main. So, yeah, that smoke's going to be for Z Connector. Seems the mid take will come in. And they are using the Molotovs to clear mid bit by bit. Got the first one into the vent, one into the back of connector as well. But Jacob's in the vent now, in his normal position. Plays it so well. Scream's going to tap him down, easy for Scream. Man advantage for the CTs. There's 40 seconds on the clock, and with Scream taking down Keo in mid, then the ace split is possible now, which is going to make it hard for the CTs to defend, because they'll have a lot less positions available to them. Smith's losing his duel. It's just Angels here, basically. Down to 2 versus 2 now.
The aim battles, and you can see that both teams can be fairly comfortable with that. You've got Shock, Scream, and RPK on the team, and that can be favourable in some spots.
In the face, no less.
But it's not going to work out this round. It seems as it's a 2 versus 1. Shox is not in a good position here. The bomb is down. He's going to be able to take down one player. AZ should be able to get the trade here, but it's actually a little bit too awkward. Once Bullet has to switch for the pistol. And oh, this is so incredibly awkward indeed. He will finally get the kill though, and that will be the round for Faze. It was a close one, and they will have to reach into their reserves, but they are going to force G2 to a quasi-buy. And so far, Faze hold on. That's 4 rounds in a row for them. So G2 about to reach the max round loss bonus, meaning that if they get a bomb plant down in this round, they will have $4,200 as a loss bonus into the next round, giving them a lot of money. But can they get past Mr. Fox to get that bomb planted?
Yeah, I don't know if he's got enough time to escape. Just about. Kishima coming in, Jacob as well with a nade and another kill. Fox finishing things up. And see, like, if we ignore the pistol and the anti-force fire anti-eco from G2, they basically have no rounds on the board yet.
Absolutely,
and in these 5 rounds, we haven't really seen any strategy. I mean, yeah, they've gone for a late mid take. Other than that, it's been pure aim duels. And Faze,
you can't play like that against Faze, can you?
Faze have. Well, I don't know if you can play like that.
Generally speaking.
Yeah. I mean, Faze have shown good aggression over towards A main with the smoke and the way they dealt with things over there. So they've shown some aggressive strategy to take control when they want to on their CT side. I mean, look at this setup from Faze. They've changed their CT mid approach now on G2's next buy. So they're keeping G2 guessing. G2 going on old information now as Faze have a new approach.
This is what we saw against with NRG and Cloud9 from the North American segment last night. NRG just trying to force a game style onto the CT side of Cloud9 when, and it was, you know, they're playing a really heavy and very strong pick-based style against Cloud9, who have double ups. And Cloud9 were just wrecking them. They're trying to play to their opponent's strengths, which is usually not how you want to approach something. Don't play to their strengths. Play your game around their weaknesses as much as you can. And we'll have the mid take coming in again from G2. Scream caught with a nade in his hand. And that is a big problem there, James. I mean, not clearing these positions properly. We have vulnerabilities all over the place there. And Faze abuse G2 with having just 1 man deep on middle. That was basically what dismantled this mid take. And now they have to get past Fox and Kishima as they commit into the B bomb site. A frag won by RPK, but the health is very low on these players, very low indeed. And the spray starts to come in. Rain will take down Shoxy from the back, and Rain will also eliminate Smiths. So once again, a bit of a nothing round there. And another round which just didn't seem to have any plan or any coordination from G2.
Yeah, they're going for the buy once again. I'm wondering how many nades they will have. Okay, they've got a reasonable amount of nades, so if they have executes, then they have some opportunity to do them. Got 3 smokes on the T side. The 1 Molotov onto RPK and a bunch of flashbangs. Going for a fast play into mid, perhaps. The Molotov doesn't work properly, unfortunately. They can take Smith down. Shoxy eventually gets the frag, and Rain goes down as well. So the fast play into mid has worked out for G2. Faze tries to get the Molotov up there in advance, but they can be somewhat finicky in that position. Finicky, fiddly, and unreliable. AZ has responded with an aggressive position towards A main. We've got Fox, he's searching for some frags as well, moves away from the B bomb site, and I would imagine that G2 may try to avoid him because he is very consistent. So he's over towards short.
This position. Oh no, he sees the timing. He does still stay alive though, but this is really huge. That's the bomb, James. That's the bomb. The Scream dies. That is disastrous. Oh, okay, it looks like things are coming down a little bit. The positions from Faze, though, were incredibly scary. You got a guy hiding in the box and Vent, one pushing all the way around the back. And then there's Fox. What do you say about Fox, James?
Well, it's 1 versus 2. This is entirely doable for him, so the round is not over just yet. Fox searching. The bomb was fake there because we know how lethal Fox is with AWP, so Scream wants to help his teammate if he can. Dare he peek? Where has RPK gone to? He was, okay, he's underneath here. So it's Scream basically doesn't peek, and then RPK trades. Unless that happens, oh, it switches to the pistol. Great play by Fox. Did a lot of damage here. One person surviving. G2 will take the AWP, but the CTs will have no issue coming in for the rebuy.
A cool little thing that Fox did there as well is he ran with some footsteps purposely to basically kind of encourage a peek from Scream, thinking, I can peek now. He's running, so he's out of position. If an AWP is running, then yeah, you're going to have an advantageous situation, but he was just faking it. So a cool little touch there. It didn't actually work in the end. Scream didn't buy it, but cool little touch to add to your repertoire, tactically.
Again, we've got the aggressive positioning here from Faze. It's always nice if you hear people, if you're underneath and you have a HE and you hear people boosting up, you can drop it off the rim to the right there, basically, that you can see. And that's doing like damage to both sides, Molotovs as well. But it does leave you susceptible to sprays, which may be why you don't see it in pro matches, but I like to get a good HE up there.
And if we break down the way that G2 won that last round, it was from basically running in mids and hitting their headshots, and that was then they got a couple men advantage, and then they just kind of played it out from there onto the B-bomb site, and it still ended up in a 1 versus 1 essentially. So a bit more nades here, a bit more of a mid take going on, but still looking to take mid ons with numbers, which is good to see, and it'll actually end up in a 3 versus 2 in favor of GT. So this is much better from them, and in fact, Shox will take down AZ from the A side as well. So much better round from G2. That solid mid take, just trying to eliminate Faze, and they got so many kills that they can just barrel into the A-bomb sites very simply. So nicely done. I mean, we might see rounds where Faze on their buy play mid very defensively and give it away, and then that will be interesting to see then how Faze, rather how G2, if they have that mid control with a lot of players, how they would play off of that. That'd be really cool to see in the future round if Faze ever have the interest in giving up mid. I don't know if they will, but we'll see.
I would like to see like, I don't know if they had the utility in that particular round, but the kind of delayed Molotov to try and ruin timing for late pushes, especially when you have 3 people in mid, then you should be able to have the close guy put those nades in, as I mentioned before. We never really see it on Cash, but I think it is possible to make use of such ideas on the map. Because yeah, I mean, in that position, Scream basically has nowhere to run. Either he goes up and faces, or he jumps down. Either way, he's probably taking some damage. Well, G2 now with 2 rounds post-buy round. But the buy comes out once more for Faze, and as they're losing, their loss bonus goes up, so they won't be ecoing too long if they are to lose this round. They will still continue on, I guess, again with the AWP, but their nade inventory will start to go down. Delayed smoke coming in to A main, which is nice. Obviously, that's normally done from the car position. Oh, AZ's just waiting. Flash comes in. Great play there by Faze, despite not getting the frag. The coordination is brilliant to see. And it bodes well for the future to see such things coming in from Faze. So they do look improved as a team. Nice play. Scream managed to avoid the flashbang somehow, but again, the idea was good.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for Faze in just having, obviously, having Michael Elliott's presence leave the team. I think to some extent that did help them come together a little bit more as a unit. So I guess we're probably seeing some of the benefits there over time. But oh, that is nice by Smith. Bit of pressure from the spray of Rain. Rain will not get the kill, but 2 players very low here. Sub 10 HP for both on G2. But is it going to matter? It's just Kiyoshima with a CZ. So they should be safe from this position, although there's an AWP for him to pick up. And The CZ. Oh, he's going to find a perfect timing on the peak. That is one of the players who was healthy out of the round now. So Kiyoshima more interested to save this. He can't necessarily know how weak these two players are. Unlike matchmaking, if you're in a professional match, the config doesn't allow you to see how much damage you've done to players. So Kiyoshima does not have that information. It is quite interesting somehow, you know, sometimes how much information we have as viewers. You can draw. It's such a different way of watching the game as to playing it. Get much better macro picture.
Yeah, especially in a situation like this when most of the players are heavily tagged, and it's entirely doable. If they knew he could run in with a pistol and hope it doesn't run into RPK. But when you see that, if you remember when Envy were playing against Dignitas on Overpass, and they only had Deagles, and all the Dignitas players were tagged. Remember that on the B-bomb site? They all got digged in the chest and lost. And I think that was a qualifier. I want to say it was a qualifier for a big tournament as well. It was brutal, but very exciting at the same time. So, Faze finally on the eco, the AWP save will go to Fox, of course. You see the bomb has gone down a few times now. So Faze will spend some of the spare money they have. Make sure they have a good buy for the following round. Again, their loss bonus has gone up, so they can spend a bit more than they otherwise think you might normally see on an eco. Fox coming in for the aggression again towards B, and he will take down RPK. Standard signature aggression from the AWP star. Mid has been taken by G2, who may go for a fast play to try and cancel out. It's basically AWP's B, go A. And the CTs are moving there as well. CT's running towards far, and I think they should be heard from the short position. And AZ goes down, so Fox, it might be a situation where he tries to save the AWP. He is over towards B for the time being. Moving into a different position though. It is a 3 versus 3, so with the range on that gun, G2 will be limited in where they can peek. See the boost coming in there. Once that smoke disappears, Shox won't want to look to his right because Fox, you can see his position. He's coming in close actually. This could go well for FaZe. They've got two M4, well, an M4 and an AK as well. Lots to be done. Patient tap there by Shox. He spots Fox as well, but Smith has been taken down. 2 versus 2 now, and both T's are stuck at the back of the site. And again, they can't really peek to the left here. So Fox can hold the angle while Rain goes for it, but he doesn't have any armor. Coming in close to the one tap for the CZ. Can he get both? He can indeed. Is there time? He's got a kit. It's going to be the round. Fox has gone down. We'll see if he can save the AWP. But FaZe have done it. The anti-eco has worked. The eco's worked, sorry.
Wow, that's impressive. Rain just getting it in there with the CZ.
Such a smart play to pick up the CZ as well. He's in range, Dan, for the one taps. Let's go.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Oh, wow. That is a big win there. So if you look at the rounds here, we had 3 in a row there for G2, beyond the 3 that they picked up due to the pistols. So, I mean, this could very well be a 10-3 sort of scoreline right now. I mean, due to the fact that G2 have struggled to pick up rounds, they've relied heavily on the aim battles, of which you know, FaZe's defense towards has wavered somewhat in the recent rounds. But let's see if they'll pick things up again. Yeah, that is danger.
I agree with what you're saying because, you know, FaZe. I'm guessing they took a gamble the way they played the B-bomb site in the pistol. But if they win the pistol, then G2 have 3 rounds here, if that. Double AWPs coming out for the CT side, and you do wonder if RPK has been spotted there because. Well, it seems not because Fox has got the angle and RPK will take him down. So that is a weakness here for the FaZe side. Fox so strong on those angles, and that might draw G2 towards the B-bomb site.
Yeah, that's actually really unfortunate because you could see that they had Molotov that spot, so they probably just assumed that RPK just could not possibly be there because that spot was Molotov, but he was standing in the one little spot that was not on fire. So that's the only negative side of using a Molotov is if you mess it up. But here you go, JKM has to defend. Jay's got helping Kiyoshima. He'll go down immediately, and as will JKM. So the B defense has been eliminated, forcing Rain and Razy, if you will, to come in for the retake. Let's see if they can pull something out of the bag. They have a 2 versus 3, so it is not out of the question. There's a Molotov on Rain as well. He is pretty good with his nade placement. That's going to go straight at the back of the site, which will eliminate the position to the left of the box, meaning that they should realize that Smiths has to be on the default spot right now. That is where Smiths has to be. He's just going to realize this. Here they go. Smith, I think, even revealing himself potentially. Rain, will he look in time? Nicely done there by Smith. That's the first frag. That is going to disincentivize AZ to go for this now, as Rain is now dead, and he will rather save the AWP. And G2 is all about that kill onto RPK. That's like having Fox out of the round so quickly is a problem.
Yeah, and I think it's a good read. Like if I'm Faze, I think like Fox is so strong on the B bomb site, pushing in those aggressive positions. I think he has to make a read there that they have to make a read that G2 should go to the B bomb site once they've taken that Fox so early on as well.
Yep.
But you sort of had two people deep towards the A site. But for me, there are certain situations where if Fox goes down early, you bolster that site because it makes sense to go there.
Absolutely, and also, by the way, to an extent, one of the benefits for the team not to have Michael Lele on the lineup anymore, but actually just hold that ball quickly. We do have a mid-take coming in. Very fast from G2. Really, really fast, to be honest. Just rushing it straight away. And FaZe actually have some players close here. They could get some damage, and in fact, they might be able to boost for guns. In fact, maybe you don't even need to.
There are two people left on G2, Dan.
This is rough right now for G2. How do they save this one? They've got to go together somewhere, but it's usually quite good to just wait a little bit. But RPK is just going to get himself right out there, extend, and he will claim a kill. So 2 versus 3 now, a bit more doable. And RPK is still staying in middle, so Kiyoshima's going to go for this. I think there's a gun there for him to pick up. I think he grabbed it, yeah. Oh, I was going to say, when will he switch for it? We saw Legia having some poor, or very unlucky is the better word, timings on when he was switching to and from his gun yesterday, and that was a classic from Kiyoshima there. That's unfortunate for FaZe rather.
What's unfortunate though for G2 is that they are walking towards Fox, Dan, and he has an AWP.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is the GG. I think if they walk into his crosshairs with no smoke laid down, and if they don't have a smoke, they've got a Molotov.
Surely they pop a flash there. Surely they pop a flash there. Although he could be on the site as well. I think for them he has to either be CT or the sites.
Yeah, they cannot know, and with so few nades, they probably don't want to waste any on a guess.
Nice. Okay, he's going to go for the wide peak.
Nice.
There's the information for Fox. Oh, he takes down Smith, puts AZ into the 1 versus 1. RPK has to run now. He's got 12 seconds left, but AZ is already on the site. So he knows exactly where RPK can be and can't be. And there it is, instant spray down. The AWP picked up as well.
Really nice. Look at that Molotov. That was perfect. That was spot on. There's actually nothing that could be done there by RPK. He's got to run wide.
Wow, look at this from AZ.
The BM.
The BM. So 8-7 here for FaZe. What do you think of it? What are your thoughts?
This reminds me exactly of the Energy Cloud9 game, because the Energy Cloud9 game was very, very similar in that somehow Energy actually ended up getting 8 rounds on their T side, but they were forcing so many situations that were favorable, taking aim battles against Cloud9 instead of trying to play a more strategical style, which would have been much better against the double up setup that they were running. And just generally this kind of methodology, which I think is suboptimal, that they managed to get rounds because they won a pistol. So it kind of inflated how well they did in that half. But there were a lot of rounds which were really messy and that just came down to individual skill at the end, which is not a reliable long-term solution. However, G2 in this situation, they did pick up 7 rounds. But as we all know, this map is now a little bit T-sided on in Europe at the very least, due to the fact that teams really have figured out much more in the way of how to use Molotovs and where you can throw smokes. There's so much more in the way of like pop flash timings, and all the nuances are really being understood better. And that's made it a bit more T-sided. So we'll have to see if that actually affects FaZe. How well will their T-side play out? Because usually they're quite basic on their T-sides of this map.
Well, their CT side looks improved, and hopefully for them, their T sides will be as well. Just biding time, making sure there's no early pushes, and they go for a fast mid play here. So it seems a B split should be coming in, and you have to be careful with those sandbags from a T side, because if Scream is hiding in the corner, you can't see him. There is a gap in the middle, but there isn't on the side. Body gets some information. That's the bomb, which means full rotation coming in for the CTs.
Oh, Scream! This is so nice. 3 there. Potentially lining up for Scream, but he only picks up 2. I say only, that is a really big result for G2. Just Kiyoshima against 4. So this is like G2 are going to win both pistol rounds. And if G2 are in this spot where they win both pistols, and I mean, it feels like they should have such a strong chance to win in already having so many rounds and getting a good economy on the CT side. It's going to take quite something from FaZe. And if Kirishima can get a plant here, that's going to be, he will be able to get a plant. That is amazing. That is a really, really big deal. It's very unlikely he can do much more, but I guess we're going to find out. Here is the first engagement. It is a 1-versus-1 against Shocks, no less. He will die, but that means AKs on the 3rd round. I mean, that's really good for Faze.
Yeah,
it changes things.
I think it's massive for G2 that they've won both pistols as well. It looks like they need to,
Yeah.
especially by judging by their T side. Although the question mark now is, what do Faze have to offer on their T side once their buy round comes in? So what did G2 buy, bearing in mind that that plant was here? And what do Faze buy, bearing in mind they won almost every force buy they had in the first half?
Well, one thing that GT could actually do in this round is try to, and I think it's probably better, is knowing that the T's got the bomb down, is actually go for more FAMAS / rifles and less grenades. Because if you just play the ranges, like they're going to be buying the next round no matter what. So you know that the weapons that they have now, they can't really afford to just rebuy into rifles the next round. They're going to play with MP9s in the next round if they win this. And I mean, that's the sad reality. That's why a lot of teams in this situation these days are actually getting UMPs, because they're such a good all-rounder and they're very cheap, and you can get nades instead of that choice is usually made over a FAMAS in this situation. But I think this is actually could be quite rough for G2.
Well, the T's moving on to the fight now, and if they can take Smith down here, then the plant is going to be fairly possible. And indeed, the plant's coming in while his teammates hold the angle. Smith's waiting for his team to come in, so he doesn't get taken down in a 3-versus-1. So Fox is stuck in a default position, but there are there's a HE on Smith, but other than that, there's a HE fanging in the back, and that should be very helpful to the cleanup here. Flying MP9, need to see more of that, because it does have better accuracy than most guns when you're jumping.
But still, I feel like there's really huge issues here for G2, because, well, RPK did manage to save a lot of nades, and he did get 3 kills on his MP9, but do you really want it? Like, those MP9s that they have, they should really just throw those away, I think.
Look at all the nades the T side have as well. The second plant allows them to do so much, and Fox is going all in, AWP, no armor, but the rest of his team can get $800 more of grenades that they otherwise wouldn't have been able to buy. And I'm expecting more from Faze in terms of actually executing than we saw from G2. Other than mid-take, we didn't really see much from the G2 side on T.
Yeah.
So we will soon find out what Faze have to offer.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad for G2 that they weren't able to stop the bomb going down, because it does feel like if they do go for those MP9s, that is a greater cost, because again, they have to get rifles in this round. So instead of just going for rifles straight up and just playing that corner, you expect with the MP9s that they have running accuracy, like you said, it's really good with the MP9, and there's no helmets. They know that. That's part of the reason why they bought the MP9s. So it would have been nice if they were able to stop the bomb from going down there, but instead, Faze have a lot of grenades.
Yeah. What's interesting is, looking at Cash. Let's say you compare NIP, who are coming up in the next match, versus G2 on their respective T sides, then maybe you don't qualify versus G2, but you do. I mean, you don't against it, but you do against G2. So I wonder how those kind of big questions will come in the future. So far, so good here for G2. Taking everybody down in mid, it seems, winning the aim duels. And Fox is alone with no armor and 39 seconds to try and save his AWP or go for the 1v4. And there's the first one. The Molotov will give RPK's position away. It seems Fox may take a different approach, so I think he's just trying to do as much damage as possible now and save the big green gun.
Yeah, and so one of the points I was going to make earlier, but I cut myself off, it was that Michael Elliott being absent from the team, not only, I think, does it allow them to have maybe a bit better or an improved atmosphere to an extent, I think it makes it now super clear. Because I think before there was a little bit of turmoil within the team as to who AWPs in certain scenarios, and it should always just be Fox.
Yes.
It should just always be Fox.
Yes.
And that was always, I think, the answer. And
there's no doubt about that.
I remember like playing a matchmaking game of AZ like randomly once, and he was mentioning that fact that that there was a question in the team as to who AWPs in certain spots, and
yeah, it's a problem because it was Michael Elliott's team, and he is an AWPer.
Exactly, yeah.
But he's not the AWPer for the team.
Exactly.
That's definitely Fox.
So that's I think a really big deal. That now it is just incredibly clear that Fox AWPs, and it should always be that way. So that's good to see. But we do have a boost coming in from the CT side. G2 trying to get a little bit creative. Will this be... Oh no, this could be very bad for Fox. Oh, very good. Oh, he does spot it just barely. And in fact, Rain somehow gets the headshot. That is really nice from Rain. Now, this is interesting. If Fox can get a pick on top of this, which is quite possible for him to do, there's still quite a lot of time in the round, and they bum rush a bomb site, who knows what happens. But Shox is up here on the boost still, so could be some shenanigans to come.
Yeah, but he has a decision to make, because if he goes to the flank and it doesn't work, then his team are going to be in a lot of trouble. We've got a rotation coming in from B towards mid to help Shox. Wow. One player still on the B bomb site for the time being. Shox down to 12 HP as well, and there goes Smith's Fox, ever dangerous. The A bomb site has been taken, and it is another eco Dan with an AWP in tow, which looks to be going the way of Faze.
Still just going their way, James. It seems to be like a parade right now. They're having a banquet. It is looking amazing. They haven't lost a single player. There's a lot of guns potentially to be picked up. You can see a rifle here. You know, G2 are so interested in saving their own rifle. Shox is so weak that they're not going to try to protect any of the weapons that are on the floor. So this is a massive swing in the value. A massive swing in the value. Faze are buying next round anyway, but instead they're going to pick up a bunch of rifles.
And a round.
And the round. So they're gonna I'm not even gonna do the math here. We will see. You will see their money and the fact that they still have rifles and just have to spend.
4 rifles down.
They're gonna all have like 5 to 6K, and all they have to spend in the next round is $2,000 for full nades and Kevlar helmet. That's all they need to spend. Look at that.
Yeah, this is a tight spot for G2. So they are having a really bad time of things at the moment. I do wonder, I guess because the AWP's in play, maybe they're going for that fast aggression on the boost to try and shut down a team. If the AWP's not in play, I do wonder if they play it more passively and don't put themselves in the line of fire. Either way, they will be back on the buy, the CT team. It looks like the aggression will continue, or at least Scream will be under the boost for the time being. But there's no boost to be had there. He's got 2 teammates at the back of mid. One on the B bomb site itself, and one over towards A. So G2 appears to be at the mercy of Faze at present. AZ keeping an eye on main. Faze is just spending some time making sure there's no aggressive pushes coming in from the CT side. While it seems they will eventually head towards B.
Indeed, they will. And it's going to be cool to see if they're going to have much to...
The Molly coming in.
Scream has spotted it. That's got to tell them that. I mean, a rotation has to begin right now. They've got the boost in there.
Oh, Dan. AZ flashed from outside of A to allow Rain to peek from the vent to take Scream down. That is brilliant stuff. That is awesome. I thought he was going to Molotov, but that is genius. So Shox has some information, but can he capitalize on this? How many frags can he get himself? Being very patient. There we go. Almost getting a second. And just as they look away, the frags are going to come the way of the CTs. It's Fox alone now versus 2. RPK coming in from T-Spawn. And Smith's coming in from the opposite side.
Yeah, the 1 versus 2 for Fox with the AWP. Very doable indeed. 2 players oncoming. One spotted by B Storage. I think he knows the other one's towards CT. But which one will come first? Oh, jump over the box and no scope will not land. I think it's a long shot for him to clutch it even. If he had hit that, it was a good timing on the push from G2.
I think he gets that shot most of the time.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he definitely dies there anyway to the second player, but it would have been cool to see.
Yeah.
Gotta love those no scopes. So G2 actually win a round back. So very important, but the fact that Faze won a round with 5 people left alive previously when they were saving means that they have a full buy now. Even though they lost a round, they have a full buy pretty much. I mean, AZ aside, who was the only player on the team who didn't pick up a rifle out of everybody else. So that's the only difference there. The double AWP here for G2, they're going to switch things up. It's going to be Body and Smith's AWP. And let's see if they will find success with that. I mean, Faze definitely do look for the aim battles here and there, so definitely a strong style to apply to the T side of Faze. And Faze are a couple rounds behind at this point. If G2 can, just crush them in this round, they eco again, and G2 retake control of the match. And that kind of blunder to get completely wrecked on an eco against an eco, that kind of fades away a little bit as G2 take control in a very pivotal moment.
Seems that G2 will not be deterred from their aggression. The boost coming in now. Shox will be a man to go up, but he's got 2 players waiting for him, but nades are starting to come out. How long will Rain? Oh, the timing, just as he looks away now. And Kishima will get tagged a little bit, but Fox will take Scream down through the box, it seems. Very nice response there. Very nice response indeed. Oh, through the corner of the wall, okay. Fox, ever the Punisher. So Shock's playing close left. Got some pop flashes coming out. But Rain comes out with the pop flash, but he looks the entirely wrong way. Kishima will trade those, so that will be to the advantage of the Ts. There are still 2 AWPs in play and 3 players here for the CTs, but Body is alone on the B bomb sites.
The first frag for him though. The trade from Fox, ever sharp is Fox, but RPK's coming in from the back now, and he might find a nice timing if Smith is able to cause a bit of a distraction. But I don't know actually if the angle here is how it is for Fox. Yeah, actually Fox is not even looking towards vents, so this could be a free frag for RPK. Yeah, there it is, free kill, and he spots Jacob on the side. Jacob with a hell of a job to do this point. Oh, he's going to peek into the AWP of Smiths, and G2 crush a very important round. And so I think there's 2 rounds lost in a row for FaZe, and they'll get the $800 bonus here. So that's $2,700 moving into this next round. Or 2,800. 2,700. So there we can see they will have a quasi buy in this round. So they have the opportunity to get another bomb down, and that will allow them to plant. Oh, sorry, allow them to potentially.
It'll probably allow them to plant then.
Buy quite well next round.
It'll probably allow them. They've got 1 flashbang. They should get a plant in the way things have been going so far.
Yeah.
So Smiths and Body will continue to AWP on this round. Faze moving over towards the A site where again Smiths is playing in isolation. There is a flash on the side, but there isn't much else going on here. Shox is coming in just in case, and he has made the right read. Can he get the frags he needs for his team though? Scream is in for support, so this should be very quickly shut down, and indeed it will be here for G2. Moving close to that round 16 now.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about too, is that, you know, FaZe's CT side, you need to be able to get a lot of rounds versus the CT side. And G2 definitely proved that they could do that because, you know, FaZe, as good as they are as players, and you know, they're punishing things here and there of G2, just you know, as a unit, they're not finding like strategies that can consistently work. And also, you know, there seems to be generally a somewhat of a lack of structure to some of their rounds past the early stages. They play the early stages quite well. They're good at deflecting aggression, but then when it comes to taking areas and then building from them, that's when they start to have a little bit more trouble, do FaZe. And that mid-round phase is very, very important. So we'll see whether or not they can save things here, but G2 are looking like they're about to close this one out, unless FaZe can win this round.
Shox is creeping around the smoke in mid. FaZe is by the vent, but he won't be spotted. If he jumps on the box, his head will be exposed to short. But there's nobody holding the angle just yet, so Shox is biding his time in case an A split comes in, which looks possible, but so Smiths has pushed Squeaky over towards A. That said, there's still a rotation towards... Oh, okay, we've got Smiths pushing Squeaky and Body's pushed B. So we saw this yesterday on Catch as well. This mad aggression coming in, and the CTs are going to put the bodies towards the A bomb site. Scream's going to get wrecked, but he's got the information for his team. What can he do with it, though? Smiths and RPK going to come in for frags, but 2 of them are going to get traded. So Smiths now holding angle on the door, misses the first shot, bomb gets picked up. If he goes for a shot through the door and misses, he's down. Body gets that taken out, so the problem is here, Kishima's stuck with the bomb on the A bomb site. He's got a teammate coming in for a flank. That's Rain. He goes down though. 30 seconds left, and Kishima's managed to escape quad. Now Smiths has to wonder where exactly Kishima is.
Wow. Looking
the wrong way at the wrong time. That could have been the round FaZe needed, but it wasn't. Smiths will deny them.
Yeah, I thought Smiths was going to die after that missed shot in door, but he manages to clutch around. 2 good, really good shots. Nice game sense, you know, snapping to short when he jumped up on the red container. And there you go. We have G2 on 14 rounds, and FaZe, they're going to go for the rush with the Tech 9s, the armor, the set piece will come in. It's an interesting choice for me that Kiyoshima's opted to have the CZ instead of the Tech 9 on the T side.
I just realized why people do that. I think it's to go through the wall and blind people who are playing under the boost spot. I've seen that a few times and it's never made sense to me, but that's the only thing that can surely make sense. Well, it seems that FaZe are very well positioned to go for an A split here, but is it going to work? AZ's taken down Shox, and that is definitely the MVP for G2 at the moment. Down goes Scream as well, so it's a 3 versus 3, but we still have Smith on the side causing problems for the T side. Down to all of 4 HP, getting a nice snap onto Kiyoshima there, leaving Rain alone now versus 3, but RPK and Smiths are 1 tap away. So this is doable. They're both out of position as well. The range being spotted, so now the charge will come from the CCs.
It's always doable if it's range aims. He's picked up a rifle as well, but RPK is going to tap him down. I'm so shocked that that Kiyoshima didn't even shoot a bullet. Like, Smith was 4 HP on forklift, and he had to do like a flick no scope to catch Kiyoshima. But I guess Kiyoshima didn't know how weak he was, so he was just probably trying to. He was probably just trying to be like, okay, I'm going to jump and hope that he misses the shot, and I'm just going to kill him on his reload. It's probably what the plan was there, instead of.
Let's take 9 though.
No, he had a CZ. He had a CZ.
Oh, CZ, okay,
yeah.
Excuse me.
That's quite funny, because at the start of the round, like, I wonder why he's picked the CZ. Obviously, if it's Tech 9, of course you're firing there.
Yeah.
Which is quite hilarious, but
such is life.
we can talk about that later. I think that's maybe a bit interesting.
So some smokes here onto Faze, but not much in the name of other grenades. They have 2 flashes and the 1 Molotov. Doable, but difficult. 2Ds.
The Facile. Here we go.
So Shock thinks there's nobody there, but Jacob goes for a peek at the wrong time and will get taken down. That's really unfortunate for Jacob. Faze not with the best of luck in this game so far. 4 players left for the side. No aggression coming in from the CTs on this particular round. Got a lurker towards B for the Ts. Mid has Scream in Z connectively moving away now. Seems he will concede real estate over there and concentrate on defending the bomb sites with just under a minute on the clock.
Okay, Body in the Jacob position, basically. This box, I see many a spray down from Jacob, and Body gets the save. There it is, the spray is real, 2 players dead. Faze looking very, very troubled this round. It's up to the new guy, Kiyoshima. He'll make 1 frag. The second coming in, but it's just too many to deal with. And that's going to be the first map won by G2. And a little bit surprising, but in some senses. Surprising that Faze were not able to get more done their first half, but they lost the pistol round. And essentially, I mean, we didn't really see that much from G2 on their
I feel like
their T side.
If G2 don't win,
Both
G2 won both pistols. If G2 don't win both pistols, I think they probably lose that map, to be honest.
I agree with you, actually. But yeah, so this is kind of one of those. This is one of the reasons why, you know, a lot of the pro players complain about best of one in any important setting in a tournament, because with the best of ones, you can have the